What's up, guys? I'm back with another one. Don't forget to smash that like button, share, subscribe, comment. Always keeps me motivated to keep bringing you guys these videos. I'm gonna try my best to keep uploading as much content as possible. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been hearing on social media, the boxing social media scene lately. After David Benavidez' win over Demetrius Andrade, a lot of people, including Paulie Malignaggi, is one of my favorite boxing and boxing commentary guys. He's one of my favorites. Um, you know, he was saying that he doesn't believe Canelo will ever fight Benavidez. um, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this because Paulie Malignaggi is not the only one saying this. It's a lot of people. I don't know if it's Canelo haters or just boxing fans in general. We'll never know, but it's worth a discussion. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this. Um, you know, Seeing the victory last night for David Benavidez over Demetrius Andrade. I've been watching Benavidez's past few performances. One thing I can say, he's 26, but he has a lot of experience for a 26-year-old. Um, I forget that he's still in that young group of fighters, because just the experience, the maturity, and everything that he has, the way he handles himself in the press conferences, it's he's showing a lot of maturity as a prize fighter at a young age. It's like he was built for this. You got to give him credit on that. Um, yeah, he's still young. He's been Canelo's mandatory for a while now, and you know, I'm a fan of certain fighters, particular fighters. I can be biased at times, but I'm gonna call it how I see it. Canelo. I don't think he's ducking Benavidez, to be honest. But he deserve the feedback he's getting. Yeah. I mean, Benavidez has been his mandatory for a while now, and you know, after last night's performance, I mean, he's definitely deserving of it. Canelo has taken some fights in his career that I didn't agree with. Ryder being one of them. I didn't. I mean, I knew he was in the top three uh, mandatories in that division. So it's not like Ryder was, like 35th ranked in that division. Like, for example, Danny Garcia, another one of my favorite fighters, when he fought. I can't remember the fighter's name. It starts with an S, but I'm bad at pronouncing that name. The dude was like 30, ranked 30 something, you know. Um, so at least Canelo didn't take it that far. However, I still didn't like the fight, A lot of my favorite boxers that I root for and support have done this. Crawford, Crawford's done it. Tank's done it. Canelo's done it. It happens. Um, yeah, I didn't like the fight with Ryder. There's a few fights that I felt Canelo didn't have to take, especially when you're ending, coming toward the end of your career. If I'm somebody like that, I only want to take meaningful fights. And an example, there's a lot of talk about him fighting Munguia. I don't know how true this is, to be honest. I think I don't know if that's the fight he's choosing to end his contract with PBC. Um, However, I don't like this fight for a lot of reasons. I don't think Munguia is ready for that type of challenge. He's undefeated, but I don't think he's proven. I think the outcome, it's an easy win for Canelo. Um, you know, I remember when Demetrius Andrade crashed Canelo's interview. I don't know if it was, I think before the plant fight. Demetrius Andrade went in there, and Canelo said, "Who are you? You're a horrible fighter. You fight with nobody. You want payday." I'll be honest with you. Like I said in the previous video, I really didn't know much about Andrade until he called out Canelo. But of course, it put Andrade on my radar, and I had to go back and do research and realizing, man, he's been there for a while, and he was unbeaten. It did look like a lot of people were ducking him. I mean, it happens, I'm not gonna say it doesn't. But yeah, I feel like he was being ducked. But this is the thing. My problem with this is that, Canelo calls him a horrible fighter and nobody knows you. You just want a payday, blah, blah, blah. But who's more deserving of an opportunity? If I had to pick between Munguia and Andrade, I'm gonna say Andrade is definitely more deserving. And if I'm a prize fighter, I only want to fight the best. I hardly think that Ryder is the best in that category. I hardly, think that a fight like Matthew Hatton, is worthy, but it is what it is. These things happen in boxing. My favorite fighters have done this. It kills the sport because we don't get the fights that we want. And boxers are very demanding. They want to be paid a certain amount, but credit to Benavidez and credit to other fighters that want to only take on the best. A lot of fighters, are concerned about protecting their own and everything, and I understand, I understand the concept of letting a fight build up, letting it marinate. I get it. But letting something marinate is one thing, but letting something overcook is another thing. Like, I don't want another Pacquiao Mayweather situation. Nobody likes burnt steak. Nobody likes burnt food. It was way past it. It was way overdue. I'm glad it happened. Mayweather will always be my favorite of all time. I'm glad the fight happened. I just wish it would have happened when Pacquiao had all that momentum before he had lost to Marquez, and all that, But yeah, these things happen. Do I think that Canelo is ducking Benavidez? And in my heart, no. I'm a fan of Canelo. I've followed him since the very beginning, before he fought Mayweather. I don't think he's ducking him, man. I mean, the dude fought Mayweather when he was still wet behind the ears as a boxer. Yeah, he had an undefeated record, and so did Floyd. They had about the same amount of fights, but the level of competition, Mayweather was just levels above him in that comparison, And yeah, Mayweather was older at the time. I think he was like 30, I don't know, in his mid 30s. And yeah, Canelo being the young hungry lion, but it's different, man. Mayweather was just skillfully levels above Canelo at that time. However, I think that loss helped Canelo. I think he learned a lot from that fight. I think it's a fight that lives in his head. Sometimes a loss can be the best thing for you. And I've never known Canelo to really duck anybody. I mean, he fought Bevo when he didn't have to, Lauda when he didn't have to. He was want to step in there with Benavidez. I can't pronounce his name, but he was willing to do that. You know, Canelo, if there's anything I can say about him, he's known to take chances, which is more than I can say for a lot of fighters these days. You know, I mean, look at who can I use as an example? Tank. Tank's resume is decent, but it's not the best for his age. And as long as he's been fighting, same for Crawford. I know that there's politics in boxing. I know that it's hard to make a lot of the fights that we want. I get it. But to say that Canelo is not gonna fight Benavidez, I mean, look at his resume, look at his history, you know? I know a lot of people think he lost to Lauda. I had him edging out the win in that one. It wasn't pretty, but I felt like he did what he had to do. I mean, you know, Mayweather schooled him, you know. I just, it doesn't, it's not characteristic of Canelo. I think we will get the fight. Maybe in September of next year, maybe in May of next year. But I think we will get the fight. Will he fight Munguia? I don't know. I don't like that fight, to be honest. I think let's let him fight Jamal. I think that would be a hell of a fight. And if you were to fight Jamal Charlo and then Benavidez in September of next year, man, that's the perfect way to exit your career, Canelo. It's the perfect way to exit your career. And I think that's just something he should do, you know, but only time will tell. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like the Munguia fight. I'll watch it. However, I'm a Canelo fan, so of course I'm gonna watch it. But it's not something that really like gets me amped up. Like, oh, I want to see this fight. I have to, you know, nah, it just doesn't do it for me. I've seen some of Munguia's fights, and I mean, yeah, he's undefeated, but he hasn't really fought no one. You want to talk about Andre fighting nobody? Come on, bro. Come on, Canelo. You got to do better than this, bro. You're at the end of your career. You're at the end of your career, bro. Fight Charlo, close it out with Benavidez, and then if you want, do what you want after that. I think if he were to do that, close it out that way, no one could tell him anything. You know, then you could go do what you want. Go fight Bevo. Maybe you'll beat Bevo the second time around. I don't know. I mean, I would advise him, don't even entertain that thought with Bevo anymore. Leave that alone, Canelo. But that's all I got, you know. I'll probably do a video about, you know, on my next video, I'm probably going to talk about what I think Canelo, you know, the problems that Benavidez will pose for Canelo and vice versa. But I just wanted to talk about this because a lot of people are saying that there's no way he steps in there with Benavidez. I don't think so, but I will say this before I end this video. It is after seeing Benavidez's performance last night against Andre and just his recent performances in general, he is getting better with each fight. I do think that it's a tougher fight for Canelo than I might have thought previously. So I'll talk about that in the next one, but I just wanted to share it. What do you guys think? Is Canelo ducking Benavidez? Will he ever fight him? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and I'm off to the next one. Thank you guys.